I've been ambitious for my entire life, and somehow I've done less with more than I ever did with nothing. If you're someone who wants to achieve financial freedom, location freedom, creative freedom, even, but you can't seem to actually start, this video is probably going to feel uncomfortable. Because being ambitious but inactive is one of the most frustrating mental states you can live in. I know because, well, I'm here right now. For me, I've always wanted to do great things and try and carve a name out for myself doing whatever it is I want to pursue, right? So when I was a kid, I used to play a lot of Minecraft and I used to be really enthralled by Minecraft YouTubers, having fun, but also creating content and creating something for themselves. I tried to do this since I was a kid. I was probably 11 years old when I gave it a try at first, over a decade ago now. I'm 22. It seems like I can never stick with anything. So this is me giving myself that push, but also it's kind of like a wake up call, more so for myself, but also I hope it can encourage you. This is me finally talking about it and taking that step. I'm not here to tell you to wake up at 5 a.m. or just to grind harder, to put in more work. This is for the people in their 20s who know they're capable of more, but feel stuck between wanting and doing. Because that gap eats at you, like it has for me. My first YouTube video was over a decade ago. I was playing Minecraft, trying to do Let's Plays on our family all-in-one PC that could barely run Excel. I'm sure you remember the days of like Camtasia or Bandicam and that God forbidden watermark. The horrible mic quality, the crumpled up resolution, barely edited videos. That was me. I used to do that and I loved it. I had such a passion for it and I wanted to achieve it, but no money, no plan, no audience, but somehow I was taking action. Fast forward to now, better tools, more knowledge, more awareness, but somehow there's less execution. That's what I feel like. I didn't lose the ambition. I gained fear, comparison, and the ability to overthink everything. Right now, I feel like I spiral in my mind about all the what ifs, maybe, all the how do I do this? I get lost in trying to learn everything about something rather than just doing. Right now, my goals in life have changed. They've pivoted more so to building a business. I want financial freedom and location freedom. I want the freedom of choice to do what I want. And on paper, I can explain exactly how to get there. So why isn't it happening? At some point, I realized the problem isn't resources. It's hesitation disguised as preparation. I keep telling myself I need more time, more clarity, more confidence to do the things I want to do the things I need to do. But in reality, I'm just avoiding the moment where potential turns into proof. My biggest issue isn't a lack of ideas. It's the opposite, actually. I have too many. And every idea feels like the one. So choosing one feels like killing all the others. Execution is scary because once you act, your potential becomes measurable. And as long as everything stays in your head, you can believe you're capable of anything. I'm not sure where I read it, but there was a passage in a book that told a story of an author who loved and was infatuated with writing. Now, they would always tell everyone about the book that they were writing and how well it's coming along, all the things about it, all the details, everything, but they didn't actually put pen to paper and make it happen. Years went by and it never actualized for them. It never came to life because the ideas, everything floating in your head will give you the same feeling of achievement, but it will never turn it into fruition. It will never turn it into actualization. I don't want to be that. I want to actualize my dreams. I want to become the reality of what I imagine. I also think our generation is dealing with something new, something serious. We consume motivation, success stories, business content, and mistake that for progress. We turn that into a reflection of ourselves rather than using that to enable ourselves actually. But boredom is where depth lives. And depth is where results come from. Most people don't fail, they just never sit still long enough to build anything meaningful. This channel exists because I'm done waiting to feel ready. I'm using YouTube as accountability, not to teach, not to pretend I figured it out, because I haven't. Like I said, I'm just a 22-year-old kid, and there are great ambitions I have in my life, but I am nowhere near achieving them yet. I know I want to, and I know I will, but I haven't taken that step. This, for me, is a leap of faith. This, for me, is forcing myself to act publicly, because planning in private has kept me comfortable and stuck. So here's the framework I'm committing to, and maybe it helps you too. Step 1, pick one thing for 90 days. One goal, one direction, no switching. Clarity doesn't come before action, it comes after. For me, it's this video, it's this channel. It's so the work I do isn't kept internalized into myself. So it's out there. So the accountability isn't only maintained within, because I've seen that perpetual cycle in myself for far too long. Step 2, shrink the standard. Your first version is allowed to be bad. Bad videos beat perfect plans. I think it's well documented that friction causes growth. It can be at such a small scale of microorganisms fighting to survive, literally because that's their only instinct. They need to survive and they need to repopulate. It can be at such a large scale of world wars, force technological growth, force economical, societal growth to be able to develop and change in ways that can enable and facilitate the changes that happen around them externally. And for myself, maybe for you, in our everyday lives. Step 3, don't track results, track showing up. Did you work today? Did you post? Did you show up? That's it. This has worked for me in the gym, in my physical training. What I was doing before was setting expectation that I'm going to go to the gym 4 days in a row and train this, and this each day, and make sure I maintain all these foods that I'm eating all the time, right? That doesn't work because the bar is too high. And not hitting that bar is demotivating. And that is the fast lane to failing. Instead, let's lower the bar. What's worked for me in the gym, in training, is setting expectation. I will go to the gym 2 days a week. That's it. I have successfully been able to get myself to show up much more frequently because I check off those wins every time. And if I can prove to myself that winning is easy, succeeding in that small goal is so achievable that there's no reason I shouldn't be able to do it every time, then I've achieved my goal. Step 4, build in public. Tell people what you're doing and communicate that. Let discomfort do the motivating for you. When you put yourself in a position where you are challenged by others and held accountable to what it is that you say you're going to do, you're more likely to follow through and do it. Social proof is such a big thing. Having other people hold you accountable, see, witness, and communicate to you is such a big thing. I think it is priceless and it means so much. In truth, I don't know where this goes. I don't know if this channel succeeds, but I do know I'm done letting ambition rot in my head. If you're ambitious and stuck, maybe this isn't your sign to plan more. Maybe it's your sign to start badly. Maybe it's your sign to crash and burn, try again, and see where this journey takes you. Maybe not in YouTube. It might be in whatever it is that you are personally pursuing in your life. I want to see you take the next step, as I do myself.